Hey, how's it going, everybody? I decided I wanted to do something kind of new, something a little different on the channel. And since I got my new setup going, what do you think? Here's the first series I wanted to start off with. It's gonna be called Half-Assed Toy Unboxing and Reviews. And I thought what would be the best way to start the show off, but with a review of the new Kamen Rider belt. I thought you were gonna get me the new one. This is last year's. There it is. Look at that. It's the new Kamen Rider Ziku driver, DX. Whatever the f it's called, I don't care. I don't give a shit, really. If you've been watching the show, it's pretty bad. It's not very good, but the belt is good at least. The belt looks really great. And I've noticed the trend of keeping the boxes back the front. Everything in Japan's backwards, so I mean, why not their toy boxes too, you know? But first, I'd like to say shout out to Adrian M for supplying me with this, letting me unbox this on the show. Thank you very much. So let's kick this off. As you can see, it's just the regular Ziku driver. It just comes with just the regular wide watch. That's why I also bought one of these as well. This is the Geiz, whatever the f. But yeah, it's got a lot of the cool little features on the back. If you've seen the show, you already know what all this is anyway. It's whatever. Let's open it. Oh, before we do anything, we need to give it a proper sniff. Doesn't really smell like anything. I give it like a 3 out of 10 on the smell factor. We don't really need those. So here is the belt. Here's everything that comes inside of it. Just looking at it, pretty standard. Wait a minute. So on the driver itself, that's kind of dumb. There's no like protective little thing on here, which is what I was expecting. A little peel away for the front. It's already kind of dirty just from how they packaged it, I guess. But there's the driver. There's the main belt part itself. We also have, of course, the latches for the sides for the belt part, and then of course the cover to hide the belt straps loops, which is pretty cool actually. It's a lot thicker than they have been. I guess the build one was kind of thick too, but this one just feels a little bit different. And then of course finally, the Ridewatch itself, the Geiz Ridewatch. This is it. Oh, that's kind of cool. I haven't actually seen one of these in person. This is the first time I've actually looked at it. But it has the NXD or the really weirdly written Kamen, or yeah, Kamen. And it's got 2018, which is when his show premiered. Oops, doesn't go that way. Let's pull that tab. Ooh, that's a big tab. All right. Interesting. Okay, cool. So I've seen a couple of videos of people unboxing it, and it's a lot better looking in person too. I feel I don't know, it's kind of more translucent than I was expecting, which I don't know, I'm kind of a fan of. Feels really slick to kind of do that. Ooh. So when we this doesn't really work. Let's start over from the beginning. So we put the Geiz watch in. There we go, now it locks. Yeah. Yeah. It was really cool. As a lot of you will note if you've been collecting belts, and so far over the course of the last couple of years, they've actually taken a lot of the main sound effects out of the belt itself, just because people would sit there and push pin trigger these to get the sound. So now they're all within the toys themselves. which is kind of cool, kind of, I don't know, kind of bad at the same time. I kind of liked some of those videos where they hacked it to see what was in it. It just feels good. Like, I love mechanical belts like this. Most notably, I loved the Forze belt with the handle on it, and I loved the Decade belt with the opening and closing. It just felt like there's just like a certain mechanism, there's a certain feeling and a weight to it that a lot of the other belts don't have. The Build one kind of came close with that handle, but it just feels sort of flimsy, doesn't really feel like it amounts to anything. It still just feels like a toy, whereas this feels like a lot heavier duty of a toy, kind of like an Artisan series. But I don't know, I really like it. It's really cool. It's interesting so far. It's, yeah. It's hard to get that all the way around though. Let's hear what the Gates one sounds like in this. Don't worry, this is how the samurai open their toys too. I not only went to school for film, I went to school for the way of the blade. What the f? Let's pull this guy out. Ooh, I guess I didn't realize watching the show how translucent these things are. They look really, really good in person. These look super, super good. Look how nice that one looks in comparison. They both look pretty good, but like, the red definitely has a more distinct kind of presence. Nice. All right, let's pop it in. Let's see what that sounds like. Henshin. Interesting. So I don't know if you noticed, but instead of having the kind of like pendulum swinging sound effect, this one had a different one. Here, I'll do it one more time. Kind of has like an energy powering down sound effect to it. I wonder what will happen if I pop in this bad boy with this bad boy. All right, that didn't really work like I wanted it to. As you'll note on the back of this too, there are the certain pins that kind of push into the mechanisms on the slider as well. But the main ones enter from there's an opening on the left side where I'm guessing the other previous riders will have an entry on the right side here, which is why I had to put it in upside down to try it and it didn't work. But basically that's the driver. That's it. Let's put it in the, let's go ahead and add these on here too, just to kind of get the full effect of what that will look like. But there you have it. That is the full driver. Another really cool thing to note too is on the back of this here where the battery compartment is, when this rotates, the whole thing actually moves with it. It's a whole mechanism. So if I have like my hand here, this kind of stops it from moving. But I thought that was interesting. I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know. I like this belt a lot. I hope the show gets better to justify having one if you haven't already purchased one. But this thing will look great on a shelf. This thing is just kind of fun to hold and play around with. And all the, of course, ride watches look amazing too. They look really good. This is a really smart and fun gimmick. They're big too. They fit right in your hand. So that's a plus there. I like that a lot. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know how to end this show. I don't know how to end this. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. This and other videos on my channel would not be possible without these sexy, sexy, sexy Patreon people who end up giving me money for some reason. So thank you. Be sure to tune in next time when I open up a can of worms on the Tokusatsu community once again. Thanks as always for watching. Please subscribe for more stuff.